You're a prepper. Now what? This video is a guide for people who are interested in prepping. We will talk about the basics of prepping, what you should do and how to know when you're ready. We will also provide some tips on how to survive an apocalypse. The video is made by a prepper who has been through many disasters, so he knows what it takes to survive and be prepared for anything. What is a prepper and prepper's guide? Preppers are people who are actively preparing for emergencies, whether natural or man-made. They might be stockpiling food and other supplies, improving their skills, or taking a first aid course. The next prepper's guide is a helpful tool that can help teach you how to be more prepared for the unexpected. Step 1: Gathering supplies and skills. The following are the supplies you should have on hand to prepare for a disaster. Emergency kit. A list of emergency contacts. Extra cash. A list of important information, such as your bank account numbers, insurance policy numbers, and credit card numbers. Copies of important documents, such as a passport, driver's license, and any other necessary paperwork. Important family and work contacts. Food and water for at least 3 days. First aid and medical supplies. Multivitamins. Sanitary supplies. Toilet paper and feminine products. A flashlight with fresh batteries and a spare light bulb. A battery-operated. It is important to have skills that will help you in a disaster situation. These skills can be learned or practiced ahead of time so that they become second nature when the time comes. Step 2: Creating your plan and establishing your defenses in a disaster. The first step to take in a disaster is to create a plan. You need to know what you are going to do if the disaster happens, where you will go and how you will get out of town. You also need to establish your defenses in case of an emergency. The defenses should be set up so that they are easy for you and your family members to use when needed. Step 3: Practical things you can do right away today as a prepper beginner. Here are some practical things you can do right away as a prepper beginner. Learn about the different types of emergencies and natural disasters that could happen in your area. Make an emergency kit for your home and your car. Make an emergency plan with your family members. Get some basic first aid training, because it might be needed in case of an emergency or natural disaster. Keep learning and preparing for the end of the world. In conclusion, the world is changing and the skills that we learned in the past may not be relevant in the future. The only way to make sure that we are ready for the future is to keep learning and preparing for it. So, are you ready for that unexpected event? Please check the link in the description to get a free ebook to learn the basics of survival in times of calamities.